Good morning, how are you? Good morning, good evening, good night, whichever part of the time that you have met me here is the right time. So I actually ran into a friend or a person, an acquaintance that I hadn't seen in a long time. And he was asking me advice. And I told him, I said, no one knows your circumstances or your story better than God does. So the best thing that you could possibly do is pray on it and ask God. For I have not walked in your shoes, nor have I met the individuals that you're having I'll say, not the problem, I'll say the experience with. You see, sometimes we give other people advice, and we think we're giving them the best advice possible. But we don't know all of the key individuals who are involved in the situation. And sometimes, because that is our friend or acquaintance, in this case, we will give all sorts of advice, but we do not know all of the different components in the story. And when we don't know the whole story and that's our person, we say, you shouldn't deal with that. You should do this. You should do that. But we don't know what it is that they're really going through. We don't know that that is a test that God is placing them through to see what they'll do. When we give advice, now all of a sudden, we've changed something that perhaps God wanted them to learn from. And we don't have the job, we don't have the authority to do that. So it's important that when we meet people along the way and they're going through an experience, that we not give them what we think is the right thing to do in some cases, because we don't know. Let's not take God's job, away. God has given that person a job. God has given that person an experience. God has given that person something to learn from. And by you adding your portion or part to it, you might be taking something away. So let us remember that, okay? Thank you so much for joining us. End of the morning.